First up, a huge thank you to Panenka Bar and Grill for supporting the channel. You can find us there before every home game and post game, either celebrating or drowning our sorrows. It's a great premium bar and it's situated less than half a mile from beautiful downtown Bramall Lane.
Also, a huge thank you to Parrot Peel. They are a virtual band who create innovative musical experiences just for you. But you already knew that, didn't you? We've been talking about them for long enough. But please do go to parrotpeel.com and check them out because they are awesome. Ale, ale, ale. Ale, ale, ale.
Well, here we go. Here we are yet again. Hello. It is a match preview for Sheffield United's trip to Swansea to play Swansea City on Saturday, 3 p.m. at, checks notes, the Swansea.com Stadium. Nick is here with me, joining me. All right. For the preview, if you're listening to this as an audio podcast, that will have sounded like Nick just burped, but he was actually doing a kind of face for Swansea's stadium name. Hello, Nick.
It's the Liberty Stadium. It's the Liberty Stadium. What is going on with the world, Hal?
Well, sponsorship, money talks, and we might actually get to that with some of the rumours very, very soon that we've been hearing with regards to United. Now, Nick, before we get to that and before we get to this one and preview it properly, can you share your thoughts on the opener, which was at home to Bristol City, and our League Cup exit?
Of course. Firstly, I just want to say it is absolutely fantastic to be sat here chatting with you on a preview live, because I used to absolutely love these with me and you back in the day. It's probably been a hell of a long time since me and you have been sat like this doing a match preview, but it's fun. We're back again. Anyway,
that's nice.
It's just nice. It's just nice. It's just true. Spoken from the old heart. Anyway, so Bristol City, I will be completely honest with you. I got way too drunk before this game, and I didn't even drink that much. And I'm so glad that I passed the match reaction on to Wally, because I wouldn't have been able to really give that much information on that game. I didn't enjoy it. I'll be honest, I enjoyed the first half a little bit. I feel like Bristol City took their chances really well, but we defended horrifically. It was really nice to see that link-up play that ended up with Tyrese Campbell side-footing the ball past the goalkeeper. Really well-worked goal. And I think when that goal went in, we thought that was a sign of things to come, and it never came. And I thought Bristol City were good, but we were just shocking at the back, and that leaked into the next game. And Birmingham City, that I think it went exactly how I expected, but I actually didn't expect us to score a goal. I thought, looking at the two teams, they clearly had a much stronger team than us, Birmingham City. Our second team is nowhere near good enough for anything, in my opinion. It's littered with youngsters that don't have enough experience. They've got a lot of promise, not a lot of experience. There was flashes of brilliance from Louis Marsh. I thought Ryan Oney had a pretty poor game because he was, banging them in pre-season. So I thought Ryan Oney would be the closest youngster, if you like, that would be trying to break into the team. And the fact that he had a pretty poor game against Birmingham City, I was a bit disappointed with that. I thought when the cavalry came on, Gus, Campbell, Bindon, I thought we would have had, we would have really gone for it. And we obviously scored the goal through Gus. Goal of the season, definitely. But I feel like we should have really gone for it. Took the bull by the horns and gone for the win, because we could have been going into this game full of confidence. But, all Sheffield United fans that I've spoken to are just feeling really down about this Swansea City away game. And the fact that me and Ollie are travelling 4 hours there and 4 hours back, and we're both thinking the worst, it's not a good sign.
Well, I better bring some positivity to this match preview. But thank you for that roundup, Nick. And, of course, an early League Cup exit, Chris Wilder would have been proud. Now, a bit of housekeeping. United linked with Coventry City defender Bobby Thomas, our feeder club, Coventry, doing more of those bits, if you believe Peter O'Rourke, who was saying 8 million. Now, I don't know if that would be 8 million or more likely, 4 million with some add-ons. But Bobby Thomas is a central defender. In my opinion, if I was to just very quickly summarise him, right-footed Jack Robinson. Now, United have agreed an undisclosed fee with Scottish Championship side Dunfermline Athletic for the sale of Jefferson Caceres. Dunfermline are co-owned by James Board, who is part of the Blades ownership group, and that's all fine. This presumably lets United conclude a deal, we shall see, for Swedish international Nils Zetterstrom. We have a video all about him. It's available on this channel. And our memories of Jeff, Nick?
Meeting him at Wembley and not having much of a conversation, not because he wasn't nice. He seemed very, very lovely, very smiley, but we just didn't seem to be able to communicate as he didn't have much English in his locker and we had even less Spanish in our locker. Saying that, you've got more Spanish in your locker, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I speak quite a bit of Spanish. I was just scared. When you're actually forced to use all the years of training, it's amazing how you freeze. But also, the very first football match I ever covered on radio was a Dunfermline game, Dunfermline Rangers. And I've got to say, if he struggled with the Sheffield accent, he's going to find living in Dunfermline, in or around, very, very interesting. And I don't know how many Spanish speakers he will meet on a day-to-day basis. Hopefully plenty.
You know the Dunfermline accent? I don't know Scottish accents that well. Is it very, very strong? Is it like you can't even tell what they're saying?
I mean, it's where is it? Fife, isn't it? I think it's the Kingdom of Fife. I don't want to get put on the spot there, but I think it is. And you know, I was born in Scotland, and where I was just next to Fife, and you know, Dundee was where I was born. That's a very strong accent, and I seem to recall it was just going over the bridge. To me, it got even stronger. I won't do an impression. That wouldn't be fair. I've never had a Scottish accent, so I wouldn't be right. What I will say is I wish him the best, and we'll end up seeing what happens with Zetterstrom, because it does seem like we needed to free up that ESC slot. We have a video on this channel all about those. 4 of them taken up. With Jeff gone, we can now bring in a player, and Nils is one that would require that, as I speculated. Now, let's focus on this game. We're going away to Swansea City. Nick, I want your team. What are you going for Swansea away?
So, it still doesn't look great, in my opinion. The attack looks stacked. The first attack looks stacked, and I want to see us score lots of goals. And obviously, we've got to care about defence, but in this game, the defence is very lacking. So I've gone for Michael Cooper in the goal, obviously. Femi Sariki at right back, obviously. I thought Sam Curtis didn't offer a great deal. He didn't look like he's going to be challenging for that spot anytime soon. And we don't really have anybody else. Shackleton seems like he's still injured. We haven't seen Shackleton on a team sheet for what seems a very long time. Then we've got Burrows at left back. Obviously, McCallum's waiting in the wings if Burrows has a poor game. I always like McCallum. Then we've got Bindon, and I don't know. I don't even want to give an opinion on this because I don't want it to be Reece Norrington-Davies. I don't really want it to be Jack Robinson because he embarrassed himself a little bit in that League Cup match against Birmingham City. Obviously, the camera's been on him and swearing at the linesman so much after already being on a booking.
As you know, Nick, I do read lips for a living, and I was able to translate what he was saying. And I do believe he was saying, I disagree with you, but I very much appreciate your officiating. So I think we're jumping to conclusions there.
Come on, you didn't even do it in a Scouse accent. I expected better from you.
Enough, we've met Jefferson Caceres, and he did want to give us the time of day. And we've met Jack Robinson, and I'll just leave the story there.
People have heard it before.
People have heard the story.
Big fan.
He said something very similar to what I believe we may have said on camera.
No, he didn't. It was actually quite nice, but he didn't want to give us the time of day.
He didn't want to do the stop and chat.
No, he didn't. Anyway, so the only change that I'm going to make from the Bristol City game is Soumare coming in here in defensive midfield, if you like, with Peck being that defensive destroyer. I thought he had a pretty decent game against Birmingham City. Got caught out a couple of times, but all players do in midfield. Like, you're going to get the ball a lot. You're going to expect to lose the ball occasionally. But I think he had a good game, and I think we need someone in that position. I don't think Gus being so deep is beneficial to us, and he sometimes overplays. He did that in pre-season, lost the ball, and we conceded a goal. So I want to see Gus as high up the pitch as possible to create some good stuff for us. So I've gone Sumeri and Peck next to each other, Gus just in front, and then the front three that played against Bristol City in Andre Brooks, Campbell, and Louis Barry.
Well, there we go. Sue and Mary in the midfield, along with Peck and Gus. You haven't got a dog. Why can I hear a dog? What's going on?
Next door.
Neighbours.
Don't matter.
Neighbours.
Let's move on.
Neighbours are never considerate of content creating, and I've found that throughout everywhere that I've lived. So disagree or like what Nick has said, let us know your thoughts. Now, take a deep breath, Nick. You've got some opposition information for us.
Oh, right, let's go. Actually, that was worse. That was worse, taking a deep breath because I've got a cold. No, it made things worse because I've had a cold for a while. The reason why I gave Ollie the match reaction against Bristol City was actually because I had a really bad cold, blocked nose, and I was coughing profusely. So let's give this a go because it has been a fair few days since then. So Swansea City, after a disappointing start away at Middlesbrough, the team will be looking to take advantage of back-to-back home games. The midweek cup game over saw them beat Crawley Town, and that brought some positives, especially standout performances from players like Ethan Galbraith, which we've spoken about on this channel as we liked him and we wanted to see him at Bramall Lane. And he impressed in a much deeper role for them in midfield. Manager Alan Sheehan confirmed there are no major new injuries, with only a couple of players not fully match fit. New signing Malik Yalkoué, I think that's how you say it. I know that Wednesday were after him as well, so I'm so glad they didn't go to them because I do quite rate him. He's caught the eye with his versatility, and Sheehan expects 4 more signings before the transfer window closes. Don't we all? Don't we all, Alan? The club has also extended the contracts of Josh Key and Josh Tyman, all the Joshes, with Tyman in particularly on in strong form at the moment. Likely lineup for Swansea is Vigaro in goal, Key, Cabango, Burgess, Tyman, Franco, Galbraith, Ronald, Cullen, Eom, and Wales up top, Hal. I'll be honest with you, a lot of this has come from a Swansea City content creator because, you know, I don't watch Swansea City that much. And, you know, I'm hoping to not watch a lot of them tomorrow. I want to see us get on that ball and I want to see us dictate the play.
Yes, absolutely. So Wales up front. Swansea, of course, are from Wales.
Wales, yes, yeah, Wales, you're right. Yeah, Wales.
Bobby Wales is who we're talking about, and he is, of course, from
Jersey.
He is from Scotland, as you sort of were suggesting earlier. Yes, yeah. Nearly gave you the points, but you've lost the fridge freezer. But thanks for playing. You've been a wonderful contestant. Now, Roy's view from, that's the place to head for the opposition view, ahead of this one and ahead of all the games when he bothers to do one. Some quotes that I have chosen from Swansea fans. We need to be on the front foot from the off on Saturday. Don't show them any respect or give them any time on the ball. These and Borough are nowhere near the teams of the past few seasons. They're there for the taking. Another quote, Blade's going to be under pressure after being turned over by the Wurzels. They're talking about Bristol City there. We need to be strong, start early, get a goal. Oh, don't worry. Our attack will make their defence look watertight. Which is my personal favourite of all the quotes that Roy was able to gather. Another one here. If Sheehan picks the correct team on Saturday, we have as good a chance of turning this lot over as we've had in several seasons. Everyone will have to be on their A game as I fear a possible backlash. 2 defeats in a row. They will be hurting and looking to put things right. Just some quotes from Swansea fans there. Now, the referee for this one is Thomas Kirk. Last season, he took charge of 34 games, issuing 156 yellows, which, if you're wondering, that is on the higher side. But he only gave 2 straight reds and another red, which was a second yellow. He gave 8 penalties. You might remember one of them because he refereed our 2-1 win away at Loftus Road, so against QPR last season, a match in which he did give one of his very rare penalties. He was, though, predominantly a League One referee last season, so he only refereed us once. We've got him again. And now we come to our score prediction. If you'd like your score prediction shared here and to receive a whole host of other benefits as well as support us, head to patreon.com/Sheff United Way. Opta tells us, Nick, that Sheff United have won each of our last 11 league games against sides from Wales. It's the joint longest ever winning run a side has had in the Football League versus teams from a country outside of England. Now, the only other team that's done that, Colchester United between 1985 and 1987. But hey, you already knew that.
Yeah, that is wild. That really is wild.
But if you think about it, we have had good results against Cardiff, Swansea. Do we throw Wrexham in there? I mean, we didn't lose to them, so I guess.
No. I know. What are your biggest takeaways from those games? Obviously, the Rida Kadra last-minute goal was fantastic against Swansea. The Cardiff game when Morgan Gibbs-White scored an absolute screamer from distance. Yeah. They're the two that stick in my mind. Have you got any others that you could throw out there?
We hammered them at the Lane, where Sander was just incredible. Of course, that goal as well. George Baldock, right?
Georgie B.
Incredible. Just to get me emotional thinking about it. Kiefer Moore's goals against Cardiff City last season away. You know, if we're thinking of Welsh teams in their entirety. Of course, that Opta stat was, league matches, and I don't remember the last time we played Wrexham in the league. We will this season. So some predictions we've been sent in advanced from our group chat. Terry says 5-0 Swansea. Nick, this I think alludes to what you were saying about you and Ollie with your mood. James thinks the Swans win 2-0. Ray says 3-1 to Swansea. Will says 3-1 to Swansea. Mark says the Blades will lose 3-0 and will be lucky to get the nil. I read we'll be lucky to get the nil out to my wife, and she laughed so much that was very funny.
That's good.
Give me some positivity, please. Can we get some thoughts in the chat? What do you think? Someone's got to think other than this. Ash is going 2-1 United. So is Gary, who apparently can never predict us to lose. Man after my own heart. Kyle thinks we'll draw 2-2. Nick, what's your score prediction?
Oh, it's difficult. It's really difficult because we've not been very good. So any sort of positive score prediction would be heart over head. But I've not seen Swansea play this season. I know they lost to Middlesbrough already, and they've beaten Crawley Town. That's fine. Yeah. But they're playing Sheffield United. We are a wounded beast right now wounded dog. Wounded cat? I don't know.
Don't worry about the animal that's hurt.
Yeah, but a beast sounds a little bit over the top with how we've been playing recently. But we are wounded right now. We've got a fantastic forward line on paper. If it all comes together, it could be very good for us. So it's going to be heart over head then in that case. If you want positivity, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Blades win. As John's put on screen right here, they're apparently not very good. So, two not very good sides meeting. Let's see. But no, we've got a good side. On paper, first team is very good, especially the midfield and the attack. There's nobody else that I would want in our midfield and attack right now. Nobody out there that we've been linked with that I would rather have other than the players that we've got on the pitch. It's just that defence that really, really worries me. And who's going to play at centre-back? Because if it's Robinson, I'm worried. If it's Reece Davis, I'm worried. If it's Sasnauskas, I'm very worried after the midweek game. Who knows? Is there anybody else? Any other centre-backs that you can think of that could play there?
I will just quickly say in Sasnauskas' defence, obviously throwing him in, not a lot of experience around him. I actually thought he recovered quite well from an early error. He's a young lad. He needs experience around him. And experience that isn't trying to get sent off. So I felt a little bit sorry for him in that sort of cauldron atmosphere. And Birmingham City fans, they really do get behind their team. In terms of other centre backs, we don't really have the bodies at the moment.
No, we don't. Just in regards to what you were saying about Birmingham being behind the team, the last time I went to Birmingham City, it's when I think it was Jayden Bogle scored, and I think it was Billy Sharp scored 2 goals. We're 1-0 down. We won 2-1. And that was one of the worst atmospheres I have ever seen at a football match. not from us, but from them. And obviously things have changed. Ownerships have changed hands. I know that, but I can't sit here and say, "Oh, Birmingham City fans are absolutely fantastic." When when it weren't going good for them, they weren't. And I know a lot of fans are going to be kind of, not turning up to games because they don't want to support the owners. But it was dreadful. It was dreadful before, and I saw it. I saw how great
we can all
it was.
relate to that. Look, I've been to some stadiums where people famously say it's always incredible, and then it's like a library. And then there's other times when you just get them on the right night or at the right time, at the right stage of the season, or when things are going better. I've been to St Andrews plenty of times when it's been pretty raucous. And Jamal Baptiste, by the way, Dom asking the question if he's fit. He is injured apparently, so and also not necessarily always in contention, even when he is fit. So, Nick, just remind us what you think the score's going to be.
I've gone 2-1 Blades, but I realise that's always kind of like a sit on the fence sort of score. So I'm going to go 3-1 Blades. Let's go another one. I think Louis Barry's going to have a really good game. Andre Brooks really needs to improve for me because he's got absolutely everything to his game. He just needs to go on a bit of a goal scoring streak, creating some goals, just playing really well in consecutive games, and it'll give him no end of confidence. So yeah, Andre Brooks could be a massive player for us this season, but he just needs to put those games together.
Yeah, he really does need to put it all together. Remember, Ollie Alblas is going to come back at some point, and he is going to be absolutely huge. I kind of wanted to end on a positive. I would also say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. If you do get the match preview via audio podcast, if you don't, please check out our audio podcast. Leave us a review as well. Really would help us. And Nick, thank you.
Thank you, mate. This has been fantastic. Really enjoyed it. See you soon.
First up, a huge thank you to Panenka Bar and Grill for supporting the channel. You can find us there before every home game and post game, either celebrating or drowning our sorrows. It's a great...